Okay, the sum of n terms of a sequence can be written using sigma notation. Callie was right when she said sigma notation.
She probably just read it.
No. Okay, sigma notation. This sigma notation is this. This, it's really easy, is a sigma. That's it. It's a sideways M. Okay? This says I want the sum from I is 1 to n of a sub I. So when you see this right here, it means it is a sigma. It means sum. What does sum mean to do? Combine, yes? If they're positive, you add. If they're negative, you subtract. Okay, that's it. That's all it does.
Put the N and the I with an N.
It will technically, if I could write it myself and not use the computer to format, it would be I equals 1 to n of a sub I. Okay, if you are writing this by hand, this is what it looks like. If you use a computer program to format, which I write your test in, it looks like this. It's the same thing. I is called the index. One is the lower limit. N is the upper limit. And a sub I is the function, the rule, the equation that you are going to plug it into. All those things mean the same thing, okay? Function, equation, rule, they all mean the same thing. So our index is the variable we're replacing. So I is the index that we're replacing. We're going to start at 1, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dot, 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 all the way till we get to n. That's an absolutely horrible one. So we have the sum from I equals 1 to 9, and I personally put these in parentheses of 2i minus 6. So what is my lower limit? What is the lower limit? 1. Okay, you weren't the only one speaking.
I know.
What is the upper limit?
9.
9. So we're going to plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 into this equation. So sum of I equals 1 to 9 of 2i minus 6 equals. So it's going to be 2 times 1 minus 6 plus 2 times what?
9.
Nope. What comes after 1? 2. Minus 6 plus 2 times 3 minus 6 plus 2 times 4 minus 6 plus 2 times 5 minus 6 plus 2 times 6 minus 6 plus 2 times 7 minus 6 plus 2 times 8 minus 6.
Okay, are we done?
Nope, we got to go to what? 9
Oh,
plus 2 times
9.
9 minus 6. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2 minus 6 is what? negative 4?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 times 2 is
Negative.
4 minus 6 is negative 2. 2 times 3 is minus 6? 0. We got 3, right? 2 times 2 is, or 2 times 4 is minus 6. So it's a positive 2, so I add now. See that? Negatives, I subtract, positives. 2 times 5,
10.
minus 6.
4.
2 times 6,
12.
minus 6. 2 times 7,
14.
minus 6. 2 times 8,
16.
minus 6. 2 times 9,
18.
minus 6.
12.
Okay, and then what do I do with all of those? Add them. And I'm going to say combine them because some of them we're going to subtract, right? So, well, I have a positive and negative 4, so that's a 0, yes? I have a positive negative 2, so that's a 0. Well, I've got 8 and 12 is 20. 36. So the answer is 36. Now, I could do that from 1 to 9, yeah? Could I?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it annoying?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have a better way maybe we could do this? Do we have a formula that maybe we could use? That you learned yesterday?
Oh, you mean the AN?
Didn't we have a summation formula that we could use yesterday?
Yes, we did A
Yep.
of N equals A of 1.
So S sub n equaled n over 2. Isn't that sum?
Oh,
A sub 1 plus A sub n. Didn't we learn that yesterday? Yeah? So as long as I'm arithmetic, could I use this? Well, this says, well, am I arithmetic? I'm going from negative 4 to negative 2. I added 2, yes? Negative 4 to negative 2, am I adding 2?
Yeah.
Okay, negative 2 to 0, am I adding 2? Am I adding 2? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So can I use this then?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to erase all my work so I have more room. And we better get 36 when we do it, right? Because we got 36 the first time. With all that work. Okay, well in this formula, I need to know A sub 1. So A sub 1 is when I plug in the lower limit. So A sub 1, I plug in 1. That's the lower limit. So 2 times 1 minus 6 is what? Negative 4. Now A sub n, remember it was the last term, correct? So guess what? You plug in the upper limit to get the last term. Does that make sense? Okay. So A sub n, but it's n is 9, equals 2 times 9 minus 6. 18 minus 6 is? Yes.
So will the lower limit only be 1?
No. If the lower limit is 3, we would have plugged in 3. Okay. So now we just need to find how many things we're adding, yes? Okay, this is the rule of thumb for adding. You take the upper minus the lower and add 1. Okay? Because if I go from 2, if I ask you from 2 to 6, how many things are there? How many would you tell me without thinking about it? 4. You're wrong though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many things are there? 5. You get that? So you take the upper minus the lower and add 1. We'll tell you your n. So upper minus lower plus 1 would be 9. Yes? If you start at 1, it's always going to be what the upper limit is. But it's when you don't start at 1 that throws you off. Okay? So n is going to be 9. A sub 1 is negative 4. And A sub 9 is 12. Do we have everything I need for this formula? Yes. So we're going to have 9 over 2 times a sub 1 is negative 4. And positive 12 is a sub n. And 9 over 2 is not evenly, so I'm going to leave it, and hopefully I can reduce, right? And not have to have a decimal. So what's negative 4 and 12? 8. Okay, so what's half of 8? 4. And 9 times 4 is 36. Did we get the same answer a lot quicker? Yeah.
Wait, how do you get 30? Oh, no, that's it.
So if it's arithmetic, should I use my formula? Yep. And I have people every year that refuse to remember the formula and have to write them out. And that's fine to 9, but what if I ask you from 10 to 36? That's 27 things you have to figure out to add them up. Is that what you want to do? No. Not when you can figure out a sub 1, a sub n, and be done. Okay? So, how can you write the series, this, using sigma notation? So, in sigma notation up here, we have the sum, we have from 1 to the upper limit, correct? And we have a rule. Do we have something that helps us write an arithmetic? Well, is this arithmetic, first of all?
Yeah,
Is it? What's your difference?
difference is, it's plus 7.
7? Okay. So it has a common difference, so is it arithmetic then? Yes. Do we have a formula that helps me write an arithmetic definition rule equation? Yes. What is it? A sub n equals what?
Equals A1
Mm-hmm.
plus B n minus 1.
Yep. So do I have a sub 1?
Yes.
Yes. Do I have the D? So can I write this formula?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I have, let's see, 2 plus n minus 1 times 7. So I get 7n minus 5. Is that what you guys get? Did you get that? Olive agrees with me. Does anyone else agree with me?
Yeah.
Cooper, do you agree with me?
Um,
7n.
Yes.
I agree with you. How'd you get?
Okay, because I'd get negative 7 plus 2, right?
Oh,
Okay, so sigma notation says sigma, right? And we can use an n. This up here was an I. Can I use an n? Yes. We typically don't use x's, but we can use an n. When we are used to using n's in our formula, it's easy just to use an n. So we have n equals, where are you guys going to start at? 1? If I plug in 1 to this, do I get 2? If I plug 1 into this equation, right here, do I get 2? No.
1. Yeah, you will.
7 times 1 is 7, minus 5 is what? 2. So my lower limit is 2. Yes? I mean, not 2, 1. What is my formula? Because that goes over here. What did we just find? 7n minus 5. But we need to know what that upper limit is. We need to know what number I plugged in to get 79, don't we? How can I figure that out?
Take 79 minus 2 divided by 7.
79 what?
79 minus 2 divided by 7.
Mm,
Because you're starting at 2 and you're on that by
No.
7.
nope.
What about
You get to the answer though.
you use the equation, but you multiply.
Don't you use
multiply the reciprocal.
this equation right here?
Which one?
I'm the one I keep underlining, and you can't tell anymore. A sub n equals 7n minus 5. Couldn't I just set that equal to 79 and figure out what n is?
I still like my way better. It's easy.
We'll see if it comes out the same. So how do I solve this? It's not going to cut the same number.
You add 5.
You add 5. So add 5, I get 84. Is that correct?
And then you divide by 7.
And divide by 7. And I'm pretty sure that's 12, right? So n is 12. So my upper limit is
Wow.
12. Okay. So, did we have to do a little bit of work?
Yes.
Was it horrible?
No.
No. Was it a lot better than writing all those out to 9? Yes. Okay. What is the sum of I equals 1 to 13 of 3i plus 2? So this is arithmetic, so we're going to use our formula, our S sub n formula. What is our S sub n formula? S sub n equals
N over 2, parentheses, A1 plus A of 2.
A of n. Okay, so how do I get A sub 1? I plug in what limit? The lower limit. So I'm going to plug in what? 1. So when you plug in 1, what do you guys get? Thank you. I was getting scared. Okay, how do I get A sub n? I plug in the what? The upper limit, which is 13. So 3 times 13 plus 2. So 39 plus 2 is 41. Okay. So far I'm good. I got A sub 1 is 5 plus 41. Now I need to figure out how many terms there are, right? So remember, upper minus lower plus what? 1. And the reason I'm going to make you do it even though we are starting at 1 is because we don't always start at 1. Got it? What's the upper?
Upper is 13.
Okay, 13 minus the lower. Plus 1 gives you 13. Again, guys, if you start at 1, it will always be the upper limit. But we don't always start at 1. Alex, please quit doing that. Okay, am I ready to find this equation, the sum? Do I divide 13 by 2?
No.
No.
You do.
I do the other math first. If it was 12 over 2, would I divide it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I have 13 over 2 times what?
46.
46. So now 2 goes into 46. How many times? 23. Okay, you multiply it. I'm going to multiply it. We better get the same answer, right? I get 239. You guys done yet? Haven't even started, have you?
No.
You did what? You took 23 times 13?
No, I took 20. Wait, that's wrong. I'm wrong. I forgot my 3. It'd be 269. What I did is I took 20. I took 13. I can't talk. 13 is 10 and 3. Yes? So 10 times 23 is 230, correct? And 3 times 23, and I multiplied the wrong thing, so this is going to be wrong. Okay, it's going to be 69. So 299. But if you had, I started one direction and went the other direction. So I didn't stick with the same direction. Could I have done it with 20 and 3 also? Could I have done that? Yeah. What I did is I multiplied by 10, and then I multiplied by I went from this direction to that direction. I switched in the middle of the process. Those are called partial, it's partial products, and it actually makes your multiplication process much, much, much easier and quicker. So it's something you might want to work on. I showed you all last year. I'm going to keep showing you because that's what I'm going to keep doing. Okay, how can I write this in sigma notation? Just like the example on the last slide, right? First I write my sigma. I got to go n to something and then up here, correct? Okay. And then I need a formula. So, is it arithmetic? Yep, what's my difference? 5? Okay, so write an equation. Write your arithmetic equation. We have a formula that helps us do that. Anybody tell me what it is?
No, it's not it.
Mm-hmm.
It's AN equals A1 plus B.
Plus n minus 1d. Like that one?
Yeah.
So use it.
So we're done with the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alex, you probably should have your head up and doing what we're doing. Did you get 5n plus 3?
Yeah, I did.
Yep, yep.
So this 5n plus 3, what?
Oh, I kept on drawing. I thought you were supposed to fill in the thing.
Yeah, so 5n plus 3 goes right here, doesn't it?
N's gonna be 8.
Okay, so this is 1 on the bottom, right? And you figured out 8?
Yeah.
How'd you figure it out?
Because
you-
8 times 5 is 40 and plus 3 is 43.
Or we could just solve the equation. So, I don't think it's 8.
It is
What else would it be?
because you gotta subtract 3 over and it was.
Oh, I added.
40,
I added. Sorry.
and then divide by
Okay, so it's 8. So did I write it in sigma notation? Yes. Is that very hard to do? Not really. Do you have to remember this equation? Do you have to remember this equation?
Yes.
Yes. This is to write a rule, a definition, a function, yes? This is to find the what? Sum. And it's only of an arithmetic sequence. You haven't been taught any other sequences. But if it isn't arithmetic, you cannot use this. Got it?
Mhm.
Yes.
How do you always get the 1 right there when it says n equals 1?
You just, if you're writing it, you'll always start at 1. I could make it start at 0 if I wanted to, but that would be kind of a pain.
So you just always start it at 1?
Yes, if you're writing it yourself, yeah. Now, when they give you one, like if they said find the sum, like they give you a problem like this, they could make this a 3.
Then what would change if it was a 3?
If it was a 3 right here, because it'd be upper minus lower plus 1, so it'd be 11.
Oh.
So your n would be 11, and it would change. You okay?
No, my eye contact is bothering me.
Okay. But does that make sense?
Yeah?
Okay, so this is just a summary of the formulas. This was recursive, correct? Oh, and I hit the button. Okay, this was recursive. We talked about it. It's okay. It's the lazy way, right? But if you want 1,000 terms, do you want recursive? Nope. So this is the explicit formula, and this is the arithmetic series to find the sum of it, correct? This is in the back of like the last page of notes in every section has this summary that is amazing. You should make sure you know this stuff on here. Got it?
Mhm.
Okay. Questions before I go get your worksheets?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I drink?
You may.